The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey now, everybody. Hey, welcome to Where Are They Now Wednesday. This is episode number 42 for week of January 29th here on the Where Are They Now Wednesday with Playing on Sports, Kent Mueller. And hey, just a reminder, you're watching the original Where Are They Now Wednesday. Don't be fooled by the Johnny-come-latelys or some other imposter who have at this point given up. After 42 consecutive weeks, folks just can't keep up. Playing on Sports and the Missouri Sports Network are your sources for what Missouri high school talent does, not only when they get in high school, but when they get to the national stage of the NCAA. No one has more information for you than we do. We appreciate your attention and loyalty. And do us a favor. You don't have to tell 2 friends or 3 friends. Tell 1 friend this week. Hey, go to our Facebook page and like us. Go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Hey, just hit those couple of buttons, and then you'll be made aware every time we have something coming up, whether it's Where Are They Now Wednesday, High School Scoreboard Show, High School Game Day, your Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, Athletes of the Week presented by the Missouri State and Highway Patrol. Whatever we do, you will be made aware immediately. You want to be the smartest person in the room? Hey, sign up and follow us on our social media platforms. And now, are you ready for week 42? Good. Because Kent has done his homework, or your homework, for you. Kent, what did we cover last week and what's coming up today?
Well, we're doing an extension this week of what we did last week. Last week, we covered what players were doing recently. Rather than going to leaderboards for the whole season to date, we like, okay, what did they do recently? And they were doing some really good things. So, we're going to just build on that. There were so many of them that we're going to do a second week of that, and we're still not covering everybody. They deserved and got recognition when they were in high school, and we are here today and every Wednesday to continue to provide the recognition they are earning in their collegiate careers. And we'll get started with that right after we hear from a couple of our valued sponsors.
Hi, I'll have the avocado toast minus the avocado.
So, toast.
Yeah. Everything is so expensive these days.
Hey, Chevy gets it. That's why they're keeping prices down to earth, like on the most affordable EV in America. A super strong and capable Chevy truck.
And a high-tech Chevy SUV.
Why is Chevy making affordable vehicles connected by OnStar? It's so together we can do more.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support for life. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Hey, welcome back to Where Are They Now Wednesday on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad that you've tuned in. This show, as always, presented by RBW Farm Agricultural Sales with locations in Bolivar and Moberly. Visit them at rbwag.com. Also presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 600 locations or more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. So let's get started.
Okay, and we're going to get started with Ryan Kalkbrenner. Ryan is a senior center at a Trinity Catholic playing Division I basketball at Creighton University in the Big East Conference. Ryan is the only Missourian on the Blue Jay roster this year. That is a spot he has held for 5 seasons, starting with that COVID year. The 7'1" center has started all 122 games since his first year. On Saturday, in a game against Seton Hall, Ryan grabbed 9 rebounds. That pushes him past the 1,000 career rebound mark, where he now sits at 1,002. He also scored 23 points in that game on the strength of 9 for 10 shooting from the field. Yes, 90% from the field. Sure, that is for only one game, but just check out Ryan's shooting over his long career. He has never shot lower than 645 for a season and is shooting 661 for his career. This year, he is at 665, which places him first in the Big East Conference and 5th nationally in Division I. His 56 blocks for the season is the 3rd most in the country. Ryan has stood tall nationally for his entire career. There are a lot of good rebounders out of Missouri now playing women's basketball at the next level. There are 4 who are averaging 9.2 per game or more. One of those ladies is Bethany Lancaster. She's a graduate student forward out of Buffalo High, and she's playing Division III basketball at Webster University in the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Bethany didn't get on the court as much as she would like this week because of 2 blowout wins by Webster, but she was very productive in her reduced time. In one game, in 14 minutes, she got 7 rebounds and 12 points. In the other game, she got 2 rebounds and 20 points in just 16 minutes of playing time. For her career, the 6'1" forward has been an excellent shooter. Her career average from the floor is .570. And even from beyond the arc, where for her career, she is a perfect 1 for 1. That .570 career shooting would be number 1 in the Webster career record books. Another Missourian pulling down over 9 boards a game is Morgan Ramthen. She's a junior guard out of Incarnate Word Academy, playing Division II basketball at the University of Missouri St. Louis in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Morgan may be a guard, but she is great on the boards. In her last game out on Thursday against Maryville University, she grabbed 13 rebounds, the 8th time she has been in double figures this season. And despite scoring over 8 points a game, she has more rebounds than she does points. Morgan has been a force for the Tritons since her arrival from Incarnate Word Academy, as she has started every game of her now nearly 3-year career. Another rebounding leader had a monster game last week, Reese Schaff. She's a junior guard out of El Dorado Springs playing Division II basketball at the University of Central Missouri. That is in the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association. Reese excelled in her first collegiate stop at Drury University, and she continues her great play at Central Missouri. Last week, her Jennies pulled out of a 68-62 overtime win at Missouri Western. She not only scored 32 of her team's 68 points, she pulled down 20 of Central Missouri's 39 rebounds. That was only 6 fewer rebounds than the entire opposing team. She scored those 32 points by knocking down 12 of 17 from the field and 7 of 10 from the line. To complete the stat line, she also had 2 assists, a block shot, and a steal. Missouri Western had few second chance points due to Reese's 17 defensive rebounds. Those rebounds and points pull her season boards up to 9.8 per game, and those 32 points increases her scoring to 18.9 per game. And that week on the court earned her Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association Athlete of the Week honors for the 2nd time this year. Reese leads the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association in both scoring and rebounding. And still, another top rebounder out of Missouri had a monster game last week. Jessica Brooks, she's a graduate student guard out of MICDS playing Division III basketball at Washington University in St. Louis, which is in the University Athletic Association. Jessica and her Bears traveled to Atlanta for a conference game with the Emory Eagles. Jessica pulled down 17 rebounds, 15 on the defensive end. limiting Emery to only 7 second-chance points. Her 17 points came from 6 of 15 shooting from the floor, including 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, along with 4 of 6 shooting from the line. Jessica leads the University Athletic Association in rebounds this season and has scored over 1,200 career points. Those are 4 ladies who not only lead in rebounding, but also produce on the offensive side. How important is that to win? Just look at their team success. Bethany Lancaster's Webster Gorlocks are 15-2. Morgan Ramthan's Tritons are 14-4. Reese Schaaf's Jennies are 12-9, and Jessica Brooks's Bears are 12-4. On the men's side, there is a Missourian getting it done up in Iowa. Bennett Sturts is a junior guard out of Liberty High playing Division I basketball at Drake University in the Missouri Valley Conference. Bennett started his college ball in Division II. He hasn't missed a beat since arriving in Division I this year, following his transfer from Northwest Missouri State to Drake. He averaged 12.6 and 15.2 points per game his first 2 years. He has averaged 17.7 per game since his arrival at Division I. He is shooting over 47% from the field and over 80% from the line. Not only are those 17.7 points per game tops in the Missouri Valley Conference, but he is number 1 in assists with 6.5 per game. And he takes care of the ball. His 3.6 assist to turnover ratio also leads the conference. Is that all? No. Bennett's 2.6 steals per game is far out in front of the number 2 in the conference. And he is playing more minutes per game than anyone in the league. It would almost be easier to list the categories where he doesn't lead the Missouri Valley Conference. And getting it done across the state line into Kansas is Braden Shorter. He's a sophomore guard out of Kickapoo playing Division II basketball at Washburn University, which is also in the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association. Braden, just a sophomore, led his Ichabods against Northwest Missouri State this last week. Washburn stayed perfect for the season in that game at 19-0 and are ranked number 1 in all of Division II. Braden grabbed 10 rebounds and scored 18 points, leading his team in both stats. He followed that up with another great performance against Missouri Western. Braden scored 22 points and grabbed 5 rebounds. He is now second in scoring in the MAIA. People who have listened to me know that I have an interest in team nicknames, especially the ones that are not common. Our listeners have heard about the Paladins, the Golden Sun, the Jumbos, the Banana Slugs, the Gorlocks, and the Wonder Boys. And I just mentioned the Washington University Ichabods. Not surprisingly, when most people hear the name Ichabod, they think of Washington Irving's classic short story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and its main character, Ichabod Crane. But there is no connection. The Washburn Ichabod name comes from the school's earliest benefactor, Ichabod Washburn. His story is interesting. He was a descendant of those who arrived on the Mayflower, but hard times arrived when his father died when he was an infant. His mother had no choice but to place him a few years later at age 9 as an indentured servant. He learned a number of skills prior to earning his freedom at age 20. He learned more over the ensuing 10 years by working at a few manufacturing companies before he set out on his own and developed a way to produce stronger wire more efficiently. His company grew to the biggest wire producer in the world and eventually became a part of U.S. Steel. He was an abolitionist and a philanthropist, especially supporting healthcare and education. He founded Worcester Polytechnic Institute in his hometown and state of Massachusetts. A group in Topeka had just founded a school. One in that group made the trek to Worcester, Massachusetts to ask for funding. He returned to Topeka with a $25,000 check, and they named the school Washburn College. They quickly became known as the Ichabods, as they had been known for well over a century. Unfortunately, Ichabod Washington never made the trip from Massachusetts to Kansas to see his Washburn Ichabods. So there you have it. They are the Ichabods. Now let's hear from another one of our sponsors.
The Walnut Street Inn is located in the heart of Springfield on historic Walnut Street, just blocks away from the Missouri State Campus, Hammonds Field, Great Southern Arena, and downtown Springfield. The Walnut Street Inn features newly remodeled rooms, breakfast served daily, and a friendly, accommodating staff. The Walnut Street Inn is also a great venue for private events. Book your stay or get more information at walnutstreetinn.com or call 417-864-6346.
Imagine a bank that goes where you go, creating seamless solutions for every step in your financial journey, allowing you to manage your money the way you want to, with a banking relationship that makes every day extraordinary. Imagine a world full of possibilities, always within reach. Central Bank. We do banking better.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports.
Hey, welcome back to Where Are They Now Wednesday here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented by the Bank of Billings. Bank of Billings established 1898, the oldest bank in Christian County. And RBW Agricultural Farm Equipment Sales, home of the Rancher Hydraulic, Cattle Baron, Heritage, and Legacy Cattle Chutes. RBW Agriculture carries curated lines of new livestock handling equipment, front-end loader attachments, and is the #1 dealer for Ironcraft Flex Swing rotary cutters in the United States. Hey, they care about the safety of not only their customers, but their customers' livestock, bringing efficient equipment to the market, making high-quality equipment affordable for more farmers and ranchers, and the integrity of their words and their conduct. You can find them in Moberly, Missouri, and right here in Bolivar online at rbwag.com. Well, welcome back, and where are we going now?
Well, we're going to focus on Andrew Young. He's a junior forward out of Marquette High playing Division II basketball at Missouri S&T in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Missouri S&T is ranked #9 in the country, and Andrew is a big reason why. Yes, Andrew leads the Miners in scoring, and yes, he leads the Miners in rebounding and block shots. But let's look at just this last week. The Great Lakes Valley Conference named the Engineering Management Major its Player of the Week for the third time this season. Why? 3 games, all on the road, 3 wins against William Jewell, Illinois at Springfield, and McKendree University. In those 3 games, Andrew averaged 21 points, 9.33 rebounds, and 2 blocks. He shot 62% from the floor, 43% from three-point land, and 74% from the line. And against Illinois at Springfield, his 69% shooting resulted in a career-high 26 points. Andrew now has 729 points and 400 rebounds in his career, and he's just a junior. Let's check in on the women's scoring leader in the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. That would be Annette Ramirez. She is a senior guard out of Sarcoxy High, playing Division III basketball at Westminster College. Annette's 21.5 points per game leads her conference, and she increased that lead this week. The Blue Jays only played 1 game, and they defeated Eureka 74-69. They needed all Annette had to win that game, and that was a lot. She scored 27 points, including 3 of 6 from three-point range and 8 of 9 from the charity stripe. She also pulled down 7 rebounds, made 4 assists, and got 3 steals. And here's a name that we should have been covering all along. Grace Slaughter. She is a sophomore guard out of Grain Valley High School playing Division I basketball at the University of Missouri in the Southeastern Conference. Grace has been a success her entire career. 2 years ago, she was named Missouri's Gatorade Girls Basketball Player of the Year. Last year, she was named to the Southeastern Conference All-Freshman team, and for good reason. She started 29 of the Tigers' 30 games. She scored in double figures in 21 of those games, And she did something for the first time since WNBA veteran Sophie Cunningham did so, and that was to score a double-double in her very first game as a freshman Tiger. 10 points and 10 rebounds against Belmont that first game. That was last year. She has done nothing but improve as a sophomore. Grace has increased her points per game to 14 this year and has already doubled her total steals from a year ago. But the most remarkable numbers are her shooting percentages. Her shooting from the floor has increased from 473 as a freshman to 492. That has been especially aided by her three-point shooting, going from 371 to 472. And did she improve upon her freshman free throw shooting of 806? Yes, she did that too. She is shooting 838 from the stripe this year. That free throw percent is sixth best in the SEC, and that astounding 473 from beyond the arc would lead the conference if she had just a few more attempts to qualify. In her latest time out on the court this Monday, Grace did what Grace does best. She led Missouri past Mississippi State in a one-point home court conference battle, and she dropped in a career-high 31 points. She did that by hitting 10 of 21 from the field and going a perfect 8 for 8 from the line. Add in her 6 rebounds and steal, and it doesn't get much better than that. Keep in mind, Grace is just a sophomore. We are 12 weeks into the season. What if there was a basketball player who was judged to be freshman of the week in 7 of those 12 weeks in his conference? Well, his name would be Jadis Jones. He's a freshman guard out of New Madrid County Central High, playing Division I basketball at Lindenwood University, which is in the Ohio Valley Conference. In a split this week with SEMO and Little Rock, Jadis averaged 11.5 points while shooting 474 from the field and 833 from the line. And he also grabbed 5.0 rebounds per game. In the win against their in-state rival Redhawks, Jadis dropped in 15 points and 6 rebounds. That is the 10th time this year that he has had 10 points and 5 rebounds in a game. For the season, Jadis leads his Lions with 11.7 points per game, 54% shooting from the floor, and in rebounding with 6.3 per game. We have passed mid-season. There is so much to be decided out on the court, but the postseason is starting to take shape. If you are highly ranked today, there's a very good chance you will be dancing at the end of the season. Let's take a look at those players who are playing on the top teams in the country, both men's and women's. In Missouri, in men's Division I, Missouri players on those ranked teams include, for number 3, Iowa State University in the Big 12 Conference, Kayan Fish. He's a redshirt freshman out of Staley High. Keyshawn Gilbert, a senior out of Vashon, and Conrad Holly, who is a senior out of Raymore Peculiar. On number 11, University of Kansas's roster, which is in the Big 12 Conference, is DeJuan Harris. He's a graduate student out of Rock Bridge. In men's Division II, on the number 1 team in the country, Washburn University, in the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletics Association, is Braden Shorter, a sophomore out of Kickapoo. And number 9 in the country, Missouri S&T, in the Great Lakes Valley Conference, is a whole host of Missourians. Alex Benassi is a junior out of Lee Summit. Aiden Burns is a freshman out of Thayer. Dwayne Foley is a freshman out of Ladue Horton Watkins High School. And Tyler Heidbrink is a senior out of Owensville. Garrett Hines, a freshman out of Nixa. Michael Onenkor is a sophomore out of Jefferson City. Kyle Renkowski is a junior out of Pierce City. Adam Rickman is a freshman out of St. Francis Borgia. And out of Vashon is Cameron Stovall, who is a sophomore. Out of Marquette High is Andrew Young, who's a junior, and Jack Czar, a sophomore out of Oakville, all playing on the number 9 team in the country. In men's Division III, playing for number 3, Illinois Wesleyan University, which is in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin, is Brady Kuehl. He's a sophomore out of Parkway West, and Nick Roper, a senior out of MICDS. Playing for number 11, Emory University in the University Athletic Association, is a sophomore out of Clayton, Ethan Foss. Number 15, Denison University, is in the North Coast Athletic Conference. On their roster is Trevor Reed, a sophomore out of John Burroughs, and Jack Steinbach, who is a sophomore out of Ladue Horton Watkins. In women's Division I, across the state line at Kansas State University is number 11, the number 11 Wildcats, which is in the Big 12 Conference. Playing for them out of Missouri are Jalen Glenn, a senior out of Barstow, Eliza Maupin, a junior out of Webster Groves, and Serena Sandell, a senior out of Maryville. And playing for number 12, the Kentucky Wildcats in the Southeastern Conference is Sanaya Tyler. She's a junior out of Incarnate Word Academy. In women's Division II, number 8, Pittsburgh State University in the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association, they have 5 ladies from the state of Missouri. Destiny Burge, she is a sophomore out of Carl Junction. Savannah Campbell is a junior out of Rolla. Out of El Dorado Springs is a sophomore, Macy Mays, and a senior out of Jefferson City, Hannah Nilges. And there's Clara Swearingen, who is a freshman out of Nevada. In women's Division III, there's number 1, New York University and the University Athletic Association, and their leading player is Natalie Bruns. She's a graduate student out of Kirkwood. So 30 Missourians on a team that is in the top 25. Of course, more teams will be dancing than that. Before the season is over, we will present all of the postseason Missourians to you. That list will help you have that hometown feeling as you watch the national champions be determined.
Well, outstanding, Ken. It's as always, job well done. Hey, you want to visit the website to go to www.playonsports.substack.com. And if you want to get an email every week with this information on it, you can sign up or email Kent at playonsports@gmail.com, and you'll get that email right in your mailbox every week, just like I get it, just like everybody gets it. Hey, and again, we encourage you, hey, go to our social media pages. Hey, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube, and you will know everything that we know. And once again, hey, Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. 3 seconds that could save your life. Hey, be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. And we'll talk to you next week on Where Are They Now Wednesdays on the Missouri Sports